cycle. Anything you want for fight for. Tell us him up burn, but bite a man par with a striker. Him a day throw ignite.
Hey everybody, this is Alexia Johnson for Top Shelf Music Magazine, coming at you with another Artist Hot List. So the first band we're going to be featuring on this week's Artist Hot List, I'm kind of stoked to show you. His family immigrated from Kingston, Jamaica, and ended up settling in New York City. As you can imagine, the sound of New York City definitely blended into his unique vibe. The sounds that I would kind of describe it as is like an ethereal, jazzy, almost hip-hop housey sound. It's truly unique, and one of the reasons that I chose this as the start to our Artist Hot List this week. The artist that we're going to be mentioning today is known as Ronimus. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it, but his new album, or his debut album, Ronimus I, is going to be coming out in this December. I'm really excited to hear the rest of the album, and I think you guys will be too. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check out Higher by Ronimus.
Wash my hands in fear, and cleanse my soul in honor, O Heavenly Father. Baptize her in wisdom, so rich in life unreal.
So the second band we're going to be featuring is actually a mashup. So it's going to be a singer-songwriter by the name of Louie, Fleck, and a collective of musicians known as the NYC Reggae Collective. As you can imagine, they are from New York City, and the way I would describe this band or mashup is kind of harnessing the sound of the jam circle at the end of the night at a reggae music festival. It has a very unique energy that only if you have experienced like a late night jam circle at a reggae festival would you kind of know what we're talking about here. So if you haven't, I encourage you even more so to listen to this, as it will give you a nice little preview into that energy. The song we're going to be listening today is called The Part You Are Missing, U and R, just a letter, and it's off of the new album Magical Realism. This album is chock full of music. There's 10 vocal tracks and there's 11 dub tracks. If you're into dub, definitely check it out. It's pretty impressive. The album comes out in December 2020, so it should be coming out either in the beginning or mid. Pay attention to that. If you go ahead and follow Louie, Fleck, as well as the NYC Reggae Collective on Facebook, Instagram, etc., you will be able to know exactly when that's coming out, because the tentative date hasn't quite been dropped yet, just December 2020. So let's go ahead and check out The Part You Are Missing off of the album Magical Realism, which encourages all people listening and all the listeners and people in general in the world to take a look inside and see how we can better benefit the world by first changing ourselves. Let's go ahead and listen.
And one of the characters is absolutely wrong. There's one thing you'll need before it's too late to see.
Okay, here we're hitting on the third band. Super stoked to show you this one. We're coming straight from the Solomon Islands, which is a Pacific island, and the band we're going to be featuring today is Doormans Project. If you're familiar within the Polynesian culture as well as the Pacific music scene, so to speak, you'd probably heard of them. They are definitely big within the underground island reggae community, I guess you would call it. Like I said, they're from the Solomon Islands, and these dudes kick major butt. This song that they sent me is called Girl Please Believe. It definitely has a poppy island reggae sound. If you dig Catch a Fire, J-Boog, Fiji, or Sammy Johnson, this is definitely a band you're going to want to go ahead and check out. They're a 4-piece, and they're kind of just like hitting the ground hard. The video that they just released for Girl Please Believe is one of their more high production videos and high production sound, and I definitely think that they've decided that they've been around long enough that they're ready for the world to hear them, and I'm so excited that more people than just me and the Polynesian community will know who they are. So let's go ahead and check out Doormans Project, otherwise known as DMP. I will go ahead and put their links below. Go ahead and find them on Facebook, Spotify, YouTube. Like I said, they just dropped a new music video for Girl Please Believe on YouTube. Go ahead and check it out. All right, let's go ahead and listen.
I love you, girl, please believe. No matter where you're at,
So the last song that we chose for this week's Artist Hot List is actually a rapper, songwriter from Canada. If you're familiar with the underground Canadian hip-hop scene, you are aware that it's very much focused on the conscious music, which is one of the reasons it's kind of my more favorite regions for hip-hop rap to come out of. The song that we're going to be listening today is called At Risk, and it's from the artist Dynasty. It's kind of like Dynasty, but it's just Dynasty without the Y. The song that we chose today, as you can imagine from the title, has to do with at-risk people and at-risk youth specifically, and how us kind of forgetting about them and the environments that they are surrounded in, and how it like shapes who they are, and that we as the responsible adults and communities around them need to be aware at the perspectives that these children are coming from and that people are coming from, because how can we create a better world if we are not aware of where we are kind of dropping the ball? So I chose this song due to its conscious element and bringing awareness to ever-growing problems with at-risk youth kind of just being forgotten about. It seems like teenagers, once you're good enough to function, tend to be forgotten about, and those unfortunately are some of the most vulnerable populations that we have out there and interacting with our day-to-day people. So let's go ahead and check out At Risk by Dynasty.
Sorry, mama ain't coming home. I got caught in the streets, holding chrome. I got shot to the back of the dome. So the next time you see me at the funeral home.
Had no basis or education. Lost one parent to this starving nation. Somehow you expect a revelation. Nature versus nurture approximation. That's right, out here we grinding hard. Down south they trap, we just boulevard. You white collar crime with limited costs. We get 10 years for our first felony charge.
Thank you for tuning in to another Artist Hot List. We really appreciate your continued support, and we really appreciate the bands who have their continued interest in sending us their music. Like I said in before videos, we really appreciate the continued genre differentiation. I know this week we kind of centered a little bit more on reggae in the essence of thankfulness. We just want to say thank you to all of you who continue to support our business endeavors and continue to support our website. Just to let you guys know, we just launched a store yesterday as of Black Friday, which is super cool. For 20% off of our entire store, you can use code THANKS20, which I'll go ahead and pop up right there. You can go ahead and check it out. We've got hoodies, we've got t-shirts, we've got sweatshirts. It's super cool, and we would love to see you guys rocking our threads. If you do buy any of our t-shirts, feel free to send us a photo to be mentioned and shout it out on our social medias. Really appreciate it. Also just wanted to take a moment to say that this year has been nuts. We're all doing the best that we can, and in essence of thankfulness and gratefulness, I encourage you to take a look around your life and take a moment to be thankful for the things that you do have and that are abundant in your life. The truth is that nobody's life is perfect, and we all want more and we all strive for more, and there are all things that we love, we would love to have that we don't have. And kind of to counteract those feelings, we counteract it with the sentiment of thankfulness and gratefulness. So take a moment to look around at the people and the things that make your life worth living for and what make you grateful. Thank you so much, and I can't wait to see you guys next month for our winter edition. And I hope you guys have a great day. Bye. Happy holidays.
No matter where you're at, I just want you to know. Little bit of love coming straight from above. I love you, girl, please believe.
Girl, you know I love, it's true. From me heart, no one but you. Still remember 2 to 3 o'clock when we start.